It is such a hot day today. It is almost about 90, it's gonna go up almost to like 95 degrees today. Super hot, but there's this word that's on my mind and I had to talk about it. So actually for this, I'm gonna sit down just because I've been standing for way too long. Sitting down also just feels very nice right now, and I found this little, oh, my sunglasses. Okay, we're good. I found this little area here where I could sit down, be in the shade, be near the water, as I usually like to be. Well, to get right into it, here is my book of dreams. It's literally just a simple notebook that says Book of Dreams, but this book actually helps me a lot because this book, I just write stuff in. Whenever I think about something or just have something on my mind, I kind of just write it down. I find that it's very therapeutic and it's kind of my way of expressing myself. I love this. I love any type of notebook really where I can just write down my thoughts and kind of keep a log of my thinking and what's going on in my life. I'm sure many of you also journal or do something else. But yeah, this is mine. So in this book, I don't really have much written in here because it's kind of new, but there's one page in particular that begins with the word Sonder. So why this particular word, you might ask? Well, I heard this word actually on TikTok before, and I actually I never knew what the word actually meant. I mean, there's an artist, a music artist that I listen to named Sonder, but I never really knew what the word meant. But when I found out what the word meant, I was instantly intrigued. So Sonder means the realization that each passerby has a life as vivid and complex as your own. So just that alone is a lot. And when I first heard that and first read the definition, it made me stop and think. So oftentimes we hold things within ourselves, and when we do that, sometimes we forget the world around us and forget that you're never alone. There have been many times where I felt pretty down and unmotivated, and it's a very common thing. But what's also a very common thing is to shut everything out and think that you're the only one with problems. You think that you're the only one who's dealing with this and that nobody will understand you. And while you can feel that way, and it's very valid, and you should be in touch with your emotions in that way, it is never good to completely shut out everything and always think that you're alone. And the reason is because there are so many people around you, your friends, family, and strangers, who have a life that may not be as similar to you, but they're definitely living the human experience. They're living with complex things. Complex, I guess you could say, storylines. Everybody has a story, and everybody has something going on. And I guess what I'm saying is that it's really important to take into account the people around you and the people that you care about. As much as it is important to look within yourself and try to find out what you like, what you're struggling with, it's also important to treat everybody with the kindness that you want to treat yourself with, because you never know what's going on in their life. I think that overall, it adds a whole different meaning to what it is to be alive. Just trying to be understanding of other people and trying to be understanding of everything that life is. Life is complicated, it's difficult, it's fun, it's adventurous, it's exciting, it's dangerous. But if you take into account all of those things and really sit back and I guess maybe have compassion, it will change your whole outlook on life. I mean, think about it. Think about the countless amounts of people that you've passed, that you have talked to, and you really only saw them for maybe those couple of seconds that they walked by you. Or maybe you only talked about something as simple as the weather. Maybe it was small talk. And then think about when you had those moments, or when you saw that person, if you've ever took a step back and maybe tried to look into their feelings and look into what they're thinking. I think it's just so fascinating how you can see somebody, you can talk to somebody, but never actually know what's going on in their life. And I'm not saying go to someone and start immediately asking them deep questions. I'm just saying simply just look a little bit further into a situation. Just one word
Sonder
can change your outlook on life and change the way you approach things. I think that approaching things in a different way sometimes is good. It's good change. Change can be very scary. A lot of people don't like change. But in the grand scheme of things, change sometimes is very good. It's transformative, if that's a word. I think it is. It is bold. And I think that it's pretty brave. Us as humans, we get so comfortable in one spot. Maybe some people don't, but I know I do. I tend to get very comfortable in certain things in my life. And I notice that I'm not really pushing myself sometimes to think differently, to approach things differently, to try something new, try something that scares me. Okay, so bear with me. I'm gonna use these stairs as an example. Imagine each of these steps as people. If you were to imagine, all right, all of these stairs to be people, you may just choose to walk on them, use them to keep on moving, keep on going with your life, or you can stop at each individual step and look at it more closely. Well, I truly hope that maybe you found something out of this video that will change your outlook on certain things, or I hope that this video made you feel safe and maybe understood. I think that it always feels good to feel like you can relate to things. So maybe after watching this video, maybe write down a word that you find very interesting. Really analyze it and really think about it. And, you know, it may give you some peace. Maybe if you feel comfortable, write it down. Write it down on a piece of paper, in a notebook, anything. Have it down so you can look at it and really engage with it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video and taking the time out of the day to listen to what I have to say, and also maybe take some time to look into yourself and to appreciate yourself. One of the most important things to do in life is to look within yourself and to reflect and to get to know yourself and treat yourself with respect. And I'll tell you this, it is very hard to treat somebody else with respect if you cannot treat yourself with respect. Be good to yourself. Bye.